Today's video, I am telling you how to get lean and mean for this summer and ditch that dad bod so you can feel great on the beaches, the parks, wherever it is you go. Stick around. Hey guys, I am Roar Alexander, men's health and body transformation coach and host of Barbells To Buddhas, the official place for men over 40 or 40-ish, at least around that 40-year-old mark-ish and more, who want to live leaner, stronger, longer, and of course, a heck of a lot better well into their 40s and beyond. That means exercising smarter, enjoying exotic and delicious foods, of course, while staying lean and strong, doing fun and exciting stuff, traveling the world, making more money, new friends, new social connections, and maybe, just maybe, discovering a new passion or two that's going to fire you up to never hit that snooze button again, jump out of bed in the morning, crush all your goals in every area of your life that you want, and all to make your dreams a reality. And if that sounds great to you, then welcome everybody to Barbells To Buddhas. Now, today's episode, I do not have literally any notes at all. I am just going to go for it and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and I'm going to tell you what I have my clients doing, and I'm going to tell you that what I would probably, and I do say probably, because everything I do with my coaching clients is personalized, but most people are the same. So unless somebody has a really good reason why they can't do what I'm telling you to do and how I'm telling you to do it and why I'm going to tell you to do it, I would probably have you doing it. If you want to make this summer, and today's May the 15th of 2024, you want to make this summer, say by the beginning of July, a leaner, a meaner summer. Okay, where to start? All right, so let's start with exercise, because I think that's the easiest one. And so I will have you set your standards when it comes to your exercise, right? I would have you set your standards as far as exercising goes. And I would suggest, depending on how you want to look, if you just want to lose some fat and just, like have a flat stomach, just look like a typical, I don't want to typical, because most typical guys are overweight. So an atypical, but dude who just looks lean and quote unquote normal, 3 days a week would be okay. But let's go a little bit further. Let's take you to 4 days a week of weight training. Okay, so 4 days a week, and I want you to focus on basically an upper body day and a lower body day. Now, if you're going to do 3 days a week, I would have you doing total body with an emphasis on upper and an emphasis on lower on different days. But we're going to talk about 4 days a week, because I really want to make sure that you have this summer as your best, most jacked, fit, leanest, strongest, and most energized summer ever. So we're going to go with 4 days a week. We're not going to talk today about optimal health. We're not going to talk about all the mobility routines and all that stuff. We're just going to talk literally, guys, today about just getting summer ready. That's it. Just summer body ready. One day is going to be an upper body emphasis. The next day is going to be a lower body emphasis, then an upper body emphasis, and then a lower body emphasis. And I would probably have you doing a supersetting, but not like lame supersetting, but I'd have you supersetting. So it'd be like, say, like a chest, back, and arms day. And then the next lower body day would be like a push day, probably like squat and leg presses and things like that. Maybe a little more quad dominant. It depends on the program. There's so many things that go into a program. But let's just for argument's sake say that, work on your calves too. Then the third day would be very much shoulders and back, probably emphasizing a little more really upper back trap sort of area. So the kind of really the high back in the shoulders. Calves again, probably do calves like 3 of those 4 days, if not all 4 days, depending on how like life is going with you in the gym. And then a fourth day, which would be the lower body day, which would be a hinge dominant and lunge dominant day, some unilateral stuff in there, but really balanced unilateral. not mean you working on your balance, things that help you to not have to work on your balance while you're pushing. So doing single leg exercises that the way we perform them, we would actually take the balance aspect out so you could really put a lot of force behind those exercises. So that would be probably using a lot of Smith machine and using a lot of things where you could say grab onto things to help hold you steady while you loaded up some good weight. But I would say 4 days a week, focusing mostly on compound exercises, mostly dumbbell. I'll be honest, it's going to be mostly dumbbells and machines at this point because we're working on muscle hypertrophy. So we're not working so much on strength, which is more the barbell stuff, but we're going to work on that hypertrophy stuff. Machines, so you could just really push everything to failure. I really want you going like intense in the gym. When I say intense, that doesn't mean fast. I'm not talking about like that CrossFit fast, out of breath intense. No, you're going to do like, almost a failure on your chest exercise and then almost a failure on your back exercise. In that 8 to 12 rep range, some of the exercises we might be in that 12 to 15, even 16 rep range, and some of the smaller isolation exercises. So yeah, that is what I would have you do, is some really programmed 4-day-a-week training routine, focusing on upper, lower, with mostly big compound exercises taken to pretty close to failure, and then isolation exercises taken right to failure and even past. I would throw in some loaded and heavy loaded partials too. So if you don't know what that is, that's okay. And again, that's what the coaching program and stuff is for. And I'll do some videos on that, maybe on Instagram and YouTube. That is what I would do as far as the exercise, as the weight training goes. Cardio, you're doing cardio. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I want you aiming for 10,000 steps a day. I would ideally like 2,000 of those steps to be done quite quickly, like the old I'm late, so I'm kind of in a rush, not necessarily running. But yeah, I'd like you to up your cardio. I'd like you to probably have at least 2 30-minute cardio sessions a week and 1 fast, high-intensity, all-out sort of intervals once a week for sure. And then, yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk about Brazilian yoga, so we're just going to leave that out for now. But I want you to be as active as you can, okay, when it comes to that. So training 4 days a week in the weight room, adding on cardio. Maybe it's the weight room, maybe it's other days. Like for now, for instance, right now, I'm training pretty much 6 days a week. I'm doing upper body. Let's go with like this. So it's like this kind of, it's like, I'll start on Sunday because it's probably easier to start Sundays. It's not the perfect schedule for me. It's just the way my life is right now and the way it worked out. But I go Sunday, lower, Monday, upper. Tuesday is a focus on a 40-minute zone 2 walk. Wednesday is my VO2 max high intensity interval training. Thursday is lower. Friday is cardio again, 40-minute zone 2. And then Saturday is upper again. Now, technically, it should be there on Friday, the upper, and then Saturday would be the more cardio. So that way I'm not doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday in a row. But Saturdays, I just have more time to spend at the gym in the morning. Friday, I don't. Friday, I have to be home pretty much by 8:15. On Saturdays, I don't have to really be home till like 9. So that extra 45 minutes is a big deal when you're talking about training. So that's just the way it works for me right now. So basically I'm Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the weight room. And then those other days are cardio days. I don't even think there was a day off that really was. No, there isn't. It's kind of like 7 days a week right now. But I don't really count the 40-minute power walks as real exercise. But that's kind of what I'm doing. You want to just be as active as possible, guys. We want to burn our calories, ideally, through activity. It's so much easier than cutting it off through nutrition. If I had the choice of saying, you could eat a lot less or you could exercise and just be physically more active. Like right now, I'm recording this on my stand-up desk. That's why I kind of tend to move around a little bit when I'm doing it. Stand-up desk work. I'm just making sure I'm using my stand-up desk more often. I'm also just getting more sun. I love being outside. I got the roof off the Jeep right now. So get some sun too. Sun boosts the vitamin D, and there's other things too. Sun actually can help you burn some fat, providing you're doing the other things that are going to burn the fat. The sun can just help give that extra little bit of boost, But that's not to say if you don't do the other things, you can lay out in the sun all day. It's not going to make a difference. Now, let's talk about nutrition. I'm going to make it super easy. Okay, we're not going to talk about calorie counting or anything at this point. What we are going to say is this. I do want you to just, you need to get your protein, but I'm going to make it so, this is like 21-day challenge easy. You're going to be eating meat and vegetables. Yeah, you can have a little bit of rice. I have a couple slices of bread a day, a cup of rice. So I'm not saying to go low carb. My lunch this morning, we went out for lunch, and the owner of the gym took us out for lunch, and we're all discussing where to go, and yet everybody just kind of wanted to eat clean because summer's coming up, right? So we all agreed on Korean barbecue, and he's like, listen, Korean barbecue is just lean meat on the barbecue and vegetables. And that's perfect. Didn't watch how many grams I ate. We just ate it. We had the meat. We split it up between the three of us, and that was it. We just had meat and vegetables. Lunch is just meat and vegetables. Breakfast is an omelet. I just do an omelet. I do I think I do 2 eggs, 1 egg, depending on the mood I'm in. A cup of egg whites, bunch of vegetables in there. I may have a slice or two of my high fiber or sourdough bread. Maybe not. Just depends on the mood I'm in that day. So yeah, just protein, vegetables, guys. And notice it's lean proteins, because that's the important thing. I'm not having bacon and eggs. I'm not having sausages and eggs, right? I'm either having like egg whites with like a really lean steak, or I'm having a lot of egg whites with 1, maybe 2 eggs. It's like maybe 12 grams of fat. Lots of vegetables, maybe a little bit of a slice of, honestly, I don't even say shredded cheese. No, I'm just doing a fat-free Kraft cheese slice right now, or it's a low-calorie one anyway. But yeah, focused, guys. Just honestly, do not drink your calories. Drink water, drink soda water, drink coffee, put your stevia in it or your Splenda. I don't care. Put whatever, no calorie, whatever, natural, artificial. I don't give a shit, honestly. But yeah, meat and vegetables 3 times a day. That's it. And then depending on your protein needs, so let's say if you're over 170 pounds, maybe 180 pounds, depending on your weight and how much fat you're carrying, I'd say eat a protein shake a day. So the way my life works, guys, is like this. I get up, I go to the gym, I come back home. I have a scoop of protein powder. Right now I'm just mixing it, honestly, with water and a little bit of milk. So I've cut down on even just my cup of milk. I was doing a cup of skim milk. I'm now doing half a cup of skim milk, the rest water. That's my right after training meal. No real carbs in there. Don't care, because like an hour later I eat my breakfast anyway. It's usually, like I said, a couple pieces of toast, no butter on it, just toast with some egg whites and vegetables. That's breakfast and protein. So already I've got like 60, 70 grams of protein, maybe 80, maybe I think actually more than that. It's about 80 to 90 grams of protein just in that first bit of the day, right? Because my protein shake, I do 2 scoops, which is 60 grams. And then my egg whites and stuff, that's another about 25 or 30. So yeah, we're like 90 at that point. Lunch is a meat with vegetables. Now, depending, there's certain days I'll have a protein bar. Then maybe around 3 o'clock-ish, I tend to have a protein shake. I'll just have a scoop of protein with some water. Again, just a little bit of skim milk. And then I come home and I have my dinner. And then if I get a craving, now here's the thing. So if you're getting cravings, I'm going to let you guys in on a really big secret that more people should just use it. You guys know me. I love Oreo cookies. I love sweets. And I'm one of those people, I get bored around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I just get kind of hungry. And in the old days, that's where I would sneak in, a couple Oreos or, a little bite of this or bite of that, still some Damon's snacks. I'm like, nope, can't do that right now. So what do I have? I have really good, clean quality. And I guess when I say good, clean, I guess, let me fix that. I have a very low calorie, good quality protein, meaning it's really got I think it's like 1 or 2 grams of carbs per serving, like 30 grams of protein in a scoop, 2 grams of carbs, and like no fat. I don't think it's quite an isolate, but it's still really good protein. Cookies and cream flavor tastes amazing. I put a scoop of that in my cup, throw some water in there. Takes care of my sweet craving. It's good. I don't know. For me, it does the exact same thing as eating some Oreos. It's so delicious. I sip on it a bit. I enjoy it. I don't just slam it down, but I actually enjoy it. So I'll be sitting there watching my movie. Go to the movie theater with cookies and cream protein shake. And if you go to the movie theater, you got to take protein bars. Go get yourself a few decent tasting protein bars and start using that as your treat. Start using that when you go to the movies, right? Just make sure, guys, it fits in your calories. That's the most important thing. But I'm telling you this. If almost all your meals are just lean meats and vegetables, you can go out and screw up and be like, you know, I didn't eat today, I messed up a slice of pizza or hamburger. It's not going to hurt you because you're so kind of low calorie the rest of the days. You're just eating protein really and some vegetables. So those are that's honestly it. Like, what are we at? We're at 16 minutes. There you go. That is it. That is the summer shredded schedule. Now let's talk about abs. I would suggest let's go back to add some training again because I've kind of forgot about this. Definitely focus on training your abs while you're focusing on losing fat. Make sure you're training your abs. Now, a lot of people argue left or right. Abs are made in the kitchen. Abs are made in the gym. Abs are made in the kitchen. I'll tell you this. This is the definitive truth. So understand this. Your abdominals are a muscle group. Look up any anatomy book right now. They are a very large muscle group. And what muscles do? Muscles get bigger and they get smaller. And the thicker and bigger a muscle is, the more you're going to see it. So abs are built in the gym. They are uncovered in the kitchen. Okay? Probably the most honest, direct, to the point, no bullshit. That is just the way life is. So I would focus on ab-specific, ab-focused training 3 days a week. I would add that on to your weight training program. And I wouldn't add it on, though. This is the mistake that I made for a long time. It's just doing some half-ab shitty versions, flopping up and down, you know, whatever, at the end of your workout, making it 5 minutes of crap. No. I do my workout, and then I go, okay, I need to do at least a solid 10 to 15 minute focused ab routine. And again, abs, guys, just like any other muscle group, right? You go heavy, you go slow, you go controlled, you go full range of motion, you slow down, you squeeze it, and slowly come back. You make the abs work. And think about the abs when you're doing them. Where are you feeling it? Are you feeling it in your hip flexors and your legs when you're doing things? Then you're not really working your abs. You should be feeling it in your abs. No, I can't get into how you do all that today. I'm not going to. But you should be feeling it in your abdominal muscles, not in kind of that hip part of your thigh. Your hip flexors there, the sides. No good. If that's where you're feeling it, you're doing your abs wrong. As simple as that. But just like your weight training, you focus on how many pounds. And again, you were talking like that 6 to 12 rep range using weight, and that weight should go up. So I think when I started doing ab crunches with the bands at one point, I think I was in the 50s maybe when I started. And I think the other day I was like at 82 on it. So I had the cable machine set to like 82 pounds and doing it, going down. Again, making sure I'm doing it proper so I'm not hinging at the hips, but... guess I keep moving away from the microphone, which isn't a good idea here. By the way, guys, if you're listening to this, definitely, it's a video, right? So I do these as live videos in my Facebook group for my VIPs. It's my VIP, Ditch Your Dad Bod to Live Awesome by Barbells To Buddhas Facebook group. So I'm doing it as a video. So make sure you join that group. You can also see it on YouTube. But if you want to see this before everybody else, make sure you join the group. You could check that out in the notes below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or a podcast, or you can go on to Facebook, go to a little magnifying glass there and just search Ditch Your Dad Bod and Live Awesome by Barbells To Buddhas. So where was I? So yeah, make sure I'm not, just hipping over at the flex like I'm doing a deadlift or a hinge, but I'm really, kind of bending the spine and really just crunching and rolling down to make sure the abs are really feeling it. Then I'll also do things where you're raising your legs up. There's 3 directions of abs, right? There's top down, so like your typical crunch. There's bottom up, where you're bringing your legs up. And then there's to the side, the diagonal or the rotational portion, right? That hits more of the obliques. And again, full range of motion. So going up, getting that stretch in the obliques, and then coming down and crunching the obliques, all right? Again, slow, controlled, focusing on making sure that you're going heavier over time and keeping track of your weights. So there we go. We have weight training. We have the cardio that I'd suggest doing. Now, if you can't have all those different days, then, get your weight training down to about 45 minutes and spend a good 15 minutes on your cardio. Maybe, guys, you know what? Bump up your workouts to 70 minutes if you can. I like being in the gym. I can be in the gym for like 90 minutes easily, but try to do 70 minutes because we're just talking about the summer, right? And then after the summer, we just go back to kind of our normal 1 hours or whatever. 4 days a week sort of thing. But summer is an extra special time, right? To show the body a little bit of love, and the ladies will give you a little bit of extra love at the beach, Even if you're married, it's still nice to get looks by all the other dudes' wives and girlfriends. And it's nice to be the in-shape guy. I was actually in the sauna today. I'm like, I am in better shape than every single, there's 8 20-year-olds in here right now, and they're all in crap shape. I'm 20 years older than them all in much better shape. It's something, it's like that meme, where it's they're looking down on the common folk. I'm like, that's kind of what it feels like. So it's kind of a fun feeling to be, 48 and in better shape than the 20-somethings. It's a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. So where were we? Yeah, there was the exercise, get that dialed in, spend a little extra time in the gym, get outside, get those steps in outside. Outside cardio, by the way, guys, burns more calories and to a point, just because as long as you can keep the intensity the same, which is where technology does help, because outside, right, you have up and down and you have your body that has to push you forward. Running on a treadmill, it kind of hits you back. Now, the nice thing about a treadmill to a point though is it does keep you honest, as in it keeps you the speed. If you slow down, you'll fall off, right? So it does keep you honest when it comes to a speed. So it's really great it's kind of like cruise control. It's really great to make sure that you are putting in the effort. But outside, if you're going to compare the two and you just make sure you're keeping your effort up, you're going to get much better results outside. My cardio it's much better results when I do outside than inside, but I still have my indoor cardio for those rainy days and stuff like that. Nutrition, like I said, lean protein, very low fat forms of protein and vegetables. Really, again, not going too crazy on the sauces and oils, and I just use Pam spray or no spray. I get good quality cooking oil, so I don't need much. I use the air fryer. So I don't even know the last time I used cooking oil, really. I got this little thing of Pam spray. I got this little olive oil one. Again, you just push the button, and it's just a few little and that's it. I don't remember the last time I've used spoons of any kind of oil. Peanut butter too, I don't. I actually had a protein shake today. And I was like, you know what? I got to get some whole walnuts to put in there just for the omega-3s. But again, I'm not putting in peanut butter. I'm not putting in nut butters, which are just so high calorie for such a little bit. I'd rather just drop in a few pieces of walnut, which is probably like a teaspoon of nut butter if I was to do a butter. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. So that's really about it, guys. And like I said, focusing on really training those abs and abs specifically. Now, notice I didn't really say core training, but abs training just for the summertime. After the summer, you can go back to training the core as a 360. But for now, let's just make those abs sparkle. All right. I think that's about it. Let me see if there's anything else I got here before I let you guys go. Not really. Like if you like what you're hearing, could you, if you're listening to this on Spotify, would you mind throwing me quick review? If you are watching this on YouTube, throw a nice comment in there. That would be awesome. And besides that, guys, that is an end of this episode, but it can be a start of your transformation. And so I'm going to invite you right now. There's 2 things you can do. One is join my Facebook group. I already talked about it earlier. But another place that you could start right now for the summer, guys, is by downloading a copy of and it's a free, by the way, of my No More Dad Bod Roadmap. This is a men's only user guide to ditching your dad bod to get the body you dream for the life you deserve. And yes, you deserve to have an amazing and epic life. To get your copy, just visit royalexander.com/nomordadbod and download it straight into your inbox. You can also go to the notes if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast. It's there as well. Makes it really easy. Just click on the link, go straight to it in your email, and boom, that thing is in your inbox. And remember, guys, until next time, I'm here as always to help you live leaner, stronger, longer, and of course, a hell of a lot better. Chat with you all again soon.